Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim. Maliki Yawmiddin. Iyaka na'budu wa iyaka nasta'in. Ihdina siratal mustaqim. Siratal ladina an'amta alayhim. Ghayru maghdubi alayhim waladdallin. Ameen.
How do you decide what works from the past are to be included in current installations?
One of the things that I have a command of is understanding what my work is and how they work in relationship with what is current, what I'm looking to do in the future, and also what they served as in other iterations. So that is part of my understanding the inventory of my work. So like this space, like I said, 40,000 square feet, I could have brought, 25 more pieces. However, the curation of it came to what you will see in this documentary, what I felt good to present. And then also because I've had other documentaries done and shown the work, I don't want to oversaturate their use, their presentation of it. So there were some works that you literally almost brought like 3 or 4 different times. And I said, no, Tad, you don't bring them. You already showed those XYZ amount of times, et cetera, et cetera. So that's part of it. Then also to give a cohesiveness to the story that I am telling as well. So the idea of building these cells and telling the different narratives around the idea of productivity, because this was a former factory. So the works that are here are works that complement the idea of being in a factory. Or could be somebody who worked in a factory some years ago or currently. They could see, I can see this adding to the story. So, bottom line is telling the story.
It's funny. Heavy-hearted artists in the beginning understand the business side of things more, and you realize a lot of it in the beginning is just the artist wants what the artist wants. How do you come to that conclusion of oversaturation, especially if you're now talking about going to a space where maybe these people didn't see it? Is it an oversaturation for you, an oversaturation of the concept, or like is that just you editing? Maybe it just doesn't fit as well anymore. Like, how do you draw that conclusion and then essentially make that edit?
So you're digging into my thinking process. It's very organic. It's me being in the space, knowing, like I said earlier, knowing the work, and because I don't even know how to say it. It's just like, it's just intuitive. That's the best way to say it. It's instinctual. But those instincts come from time and time again, being in environments, being in different settings, and studying mounds and mounds of research. I'm a research hog, when the internet became in vogue, that was one of the best things you could do for somebody who loves researching. And, that's like an oversaturation of terms. You're like, oh, I got to do my research. Like that was me as a youth. And the idea of me being self-taught is I didn't like people telling me what I should study. I wanted to study something because I wanted to study. And I'll be sincere and have a thirst for it. So I would go to the library on my own, 15, 16 years old, go play basketball, go do some boxing or some martial arts. And after I finished doing the sweaty stuff, I'm headed to the library. That's just what I did. Whatever topic I wanted to get into, and use the Dewey Decimal System. I want to study about, how the Spanish Inquisition has started, or, Islamic history, or, herbs and spices. It was whatever I wanted to study, I went to the library and studied it. So it's that same process. It's like how it feeds me to be comfortable with it. So I don't know how to answer it no other way, but so I hope I answered your question. That's another thing about interviewing me. I'm like, I try to answer the question, but hey, that's what it is. With the name of God, the merciful benefactor, the merciful demon, thee do we worship, and thine aid we seek. Show us the straight way, the way of those whom you have bestowed your favor, whose portion is not your wrath, and who do not go astray. Amen.
Thank you.